Good evening. I come to you tonight with a message and an opportunity. After a year of speaking with media around the world and here at home. Why should Canada continue to exist? A question I was asked point blank by two journalists from the Swedish public broadcaster. We are peacemakers. We believe that hard work brings shared prosperity. We have a parliamentary democracy and a constitutional monarchy. And these times it maybe does feel good to think that your head of state and your executive branch is maybe just 1 degree of separation away from the mob. We are a resilient winter people, a mix of English, French, Indigenous, Inuit, and global cultures, a mosaic of people who believe in peace, order, and good governance. I spoke confidently in the moment, but it is fairly jarring when allies basically ask you, what does Canada have to offer? So any naivete left in me was, of course, shaken out when I interviewed with Russian state media. I realized that there are some actors in the world that would seek to take a symbol of Canadian unity, like our hat, and use it as an opportunity to try to seed division. So they tried to set me up. Our first conversation was about a hat. Our second conversation was supposed to be about the hat. And instead, what felt like an ambush, they asked me to mock Canadian leaders, institutions, and our way of life. So naturally, I took the opportunity to do a little espionage myself and asked them why President Trump has only done things that seemingly benefit the Russian state at the expense of Western alliances. Thankfully for myself and Emma, my beautiful wife, who we just got married. Thank you. And for those of you who don't know, Emma is truly the brains behind our operation. There's a famous cartoon, I think it's a Dilbert cartoon, and the husband's in the foreground, wife's in the background, and the husband says, "Honey, think of something for me to invent." And, so thank you, Emma. So thankfully, in that moment, my computer died, and shortly after that, of course, the interview ended. So the message I have for all of you is this: others outside our borders, to others outside our borders, Canada is not a given. We're being challenged by adversaries who seek to divide us, and it's up to us to stand up for our country. We must come together, and most importantly, we must act. Since January, Jack Pine has invested millions into what remains of the resilient Canadian textiles industry. Shops across Canada were laying off workers and all of a sudden, working overtime and adding shifts. That's what Made in Canada can do. It's been truly humbling and incredible to see the very real impact of our brand and the reach. For example, like some of you here, you've been to Premier Ford's house in Etobicoke, and you know he has an incredible collection of artifacts there, from his time as Toronto City Councillor and so far as Premier of Ontario. Hard hats, pictures, baseballs, footballs, leather jackets, shirts, hockey pucks, paintings. Many of these items are, of course, in honor of his late brother, Rob. And to my amazement, a considerable number of items in his personal collection are now related to Canada is Not for Sale. Canoe paddles, drawings, art, steel plates, shirts, pictures, cartoons, and of course the original Canada is Not for Sale hat that he wore earlier this year. I asked Premier Ford if I could have it for a national museum here in town who've been talking with us about an acquisition. Premier Ford responded that another museum was already after it. See, that is the power of art, design, creativity, and innovation. In a world where so much has become about demographics, data, and analytics, design and creativity cut through the noise, and when done right, they connect on a deeply emotional, human, and direct level. And that leads me to our collective opportunity. If one Canadian company two designers can shape a national conversation, reshore manufacturing, make it to the stage of Saturday Night Live, and the Oval Office, just think what a whole country can do. For our part, we will continue to manufacture here in Canada in new categories, one at a time, with innovative new products to prove that made in Canada works. One by one, we'll find opportunities to make things here, at home, with our tool and die workers, our factories, our artisans, investors, engineers. Our people will find a way. We have the talent, the skills, the ideas. It just requires people coming together in new ways. So on that note, I would like to thank everyone for being here this evening. I'd like to thank you for recognizing the work that Emma and I have done this year. Congratulations to the winners. As Neil mentioned, many of the people here go back many years, and one of the first calls we got in business was from Neil Mahadra at Claridge Homes. And I remember coming back to our office in Chinatown, and people were like, "That's a big company." And and we've been working with a lot of folks in this room ever since, and it's been amazing to be a part of building this capital city together. We've had the privilege of doing that, and we look forward to the continued opportunities to build a strong future here at home for our country. So to be here tonight in this way, because of this brand that we created, is truly an absolute honor. To Michael, Sue Ling, everyone here in this room, the Ottawa Business Journal, Ottawa Board of Trade, thank you kindly, and of course, most importantly, thank you, Canada. Good night.